Stevenson on a day which is usually for celebration. It's a very tough day in Texas. We had a disastrous flash flood that hit somewhere around 4 in the morning. The rain came down 12 inches or more per hour. That river rose 26 feet in 45 minutes. It was a dry bed.
Oh, God.
It had been dry. There wasn't a lot to absorb it. It went down the rocks.
Oh.
And it was a destructive flood, taking property and sadly lives. There have been confirmed deaths. That number changes. And the one thing I've learned in this position over many disasters that Governor Abbott or I have had to cover, first news is always not the correct news. And we always pray for it being better. But I'm not going to give exact numbers. We don't have exact numbers, but somewhere between 6 and 10 bodies have been found. Some in cars that were washed down upstream and came down into the area. Some are adults, some are children. We have 14 choppers, I said, 12 drones, 9 rescue teams, swimmers in the water, rescuing adults and children out of trees. We have 400 to 500 people on the ground from all of our various units, and Freeman Martin, our director of DPS, can talk about the various units who are there. For the parents who are waiting, particularly that had children in Camp Mystic. Camp Mystic is a camp that has over 750 kids. Right now, there are 20-some that aren't accounted for. That does not mean they've been lost. They could be in a tree. They could be out of communication. We're praying for all of those missing to be found alive. Today, I've talked to several people at the White House. The president sent the message, whatever we need, we will have. We are sending in the Army Corps of Engineers, which is one of the requests we made. Thank you very much.
We've had some small aircraft working in the areas that they could work in, up and into evacuate some of the camps that are along the river where some of these kids were located. We work closely with our response partners throughout the state. We've been working closely with the local government responders.
What I can say, there's still several people unaccounted for right now at this point, but we're working really hard. We're going to continue. This is probably going to be a couple of day process, okay? We don't know when it's going to stop raining, how much more, hopefully not much more. Currently, we have identified 13 fatalities. Okay, well, I'm sorry, we haven't identified, we have located 13. That's at this time. I think there'll be more when this is over and time to tell. We'll do our best job to keep you all informed as we can.
The North and South Fork, which feed into the Guadalupe, hit peaks about 3 a.m., give or take. Don't quote me on my times, but somewhere around 3:30, 3 a.m. I was on the river trail at that time, and everything was fine. Within an hour to hour and a half to 2 hour period, it was up almost to the bridge. So it rose very quickly, very significantly. We even had crews, out just getting ready for the 4th of July event, and we could not anticipate this. Despite flood warnings, despite everything going on, there were some things that happened very fast. When those two rivers converged, the two forks converged, it created obviously a large flood event. We are currently still actively rescuing, so we are not quite into recovery mode yet. We are still actively trying to find those that are out and those that are needing assistance.
Governor says that mayors and counties south.
Oh. My heart and thoughts and prayers go out
to everyone in the Dallas or in the Texas area, period. These flash floods are pretty common, but not as swift moving. And I really want to say my condolences go to the families of those who lost their loved ones in this tragedy. These flash floods they're just devastating. But a lot of people don't want to give any kind of credence to, they said, global warming. How about the universe tired of our asses? And how about those that know don't tell, and those that tell don't know? My heart go out to the families. I'll see you in the next video.